Story time. What will it be? It's called story time. I made a little beat called story time. Let's watch and hear story time.
Did I really just do that?
Welcome to Storytime, a series where I tell you all about my Mexican struggle and about moments of my life in general. And I'm showcasing some more Titanfall gameplay. But have you guys ever thought about anal? My second episode of my Storytime series, I talked about a conversation I overheard some girls in my advisory class. And what advisory is just a stupid extra period where you do absolutely nothing. And well, guess what? Those chicks are back. This time, they're talking more about one specific topic, and that's trying anal. I can't express to you guys how annoying these three girls are. If every girl in the world is like these three girls, what's the point of living? Now, the first time I talked about these three girls' conversation, it was more of a just one in the pink and one in the mouth hole, but now it's the whole one in the butthole, and I don't know how comfortable that would be. I try my absolute best to not pay attention to them, but when they're sitting right in front of you, one of them sitting basically on the side of you, how can you not overhear their loud I'm pretty sure the whole class has heard their loud conversations, and they're probably cool with it. They probably want the world to know. Now, I know for a fact guys talk like this to each other all the time, but when it's coming from a girl's mouth, it's awkward and scary, and it makes me lose hope in all of humanity. So how this whole anal conversation started with them was they started talking about their exes, and they must have been listening to Drake or something, because they started crying about it and started sending them selfies and how they wanted them back and all the good times they had together. Oh, boo-hoo, I'm gonna find my one true lover in high school. Oh, he broke my heart. And then one of them got up out of their chair and went to go get something, I don't know what, but she muttered out aloud,
"Oh, my butt hurts from sitting too long."
And then the other girl jokingly said,
"I bet it does, from having things in there."
and that's when it all began. And at first, I thought they were completely joking around until that girl that got up said that,
"You know it's true."
apparently the girl that got up and the girl that was joking around with her about her butt hurting, well, they had the same boyfriend at one point, and apparently that jealousy collided, and she muttered out that she had anal with that guy. That girl that she told, she knew that other girl had anal with her once boyfriend, and apparently, you know, that's everyone's dream to have anal. That's not my dream. I personally have limits, you know. I don't want to put something in, around, or anything near where your digested food comes out of. Poop is supposed to go out your butthole. It's not supposed to get shoved into you, and that's probably what it does to a female or a male if you're into that. But these girls are talking about how their past boyfriend, you can't see what I'm doing right now. You could probably, can you hear it? I don't know if you could hear it, but yeah, that was the hand gesture of putting my finger in a hole. But their past boyfriend was a ladies' man. He was everything that ladies wanted, you know. He was a dark brown Mexican. Apparently that's what all ladies want, dark brown Mexicans with six-pack abs and a penis that's 50,000 inches. That's what at least I hear from them. They could be over-exaggerating, which I'm pretty sure they are, but, you know, I gotta take their word for it that his penis is 50,000 inches. And it gets more moist than Niagara Falls because that's how many girls he's been inside of, including them. And then they started reminiscing about,
"Ew, he was inside of you. Shame on you, girl.
and then the girl who had anal was like,
It was protected.
then the other girl retaliated back by saying,
Not when it's in your butthole. Why, there was no condom there. I bet you he made you taste your own poop. Ugh. You're nasty."
and that's how that Mexican conversation went on. It really irritates me. Girls, women, whatever, who are Hispanic or Mexican, and they act so disgusting. They use the beautiful Spanish language and turn it into the most horrible, horrific sounding language in the whole entire world. They use words such as
Gacho, ratchet, sabes qué?
and for the most part, everyone at my school is Hispanic, But at the same time, 40%, maybe even 60% of them can't even speak Spanish. And they use these words, Spanish words, and it just doesn't sound right coming out of their mouths. Maybe instead of anal, they should just start doing the blowjobs, because maybe then they won't be able to sound so stupid whenever they speak. And that's honestly all I remember of the conversation. It's just them talking about how large his penis was and how deep it went inside their butthole, through their esophagus, out their nostril. And that's how the majority of the girls at my school talk like. And if that's how the whole world talks like, then I may just have to turn into some asexual aquatic animal and live my life at sea. And of all the things you should feel bad for, and out of all the things I should feel bad for them is, well, that girl's butthole who had anal. Because if what they're saying is true, and if his penis was 50,000 inches, well, her butthole must be stretched, punctured, and must be a gaping hole at this point where poop just easily slides out without even pushing. The moral of the story is, don't ever try anal, kids. Unless you're into that stuff, then don't knock it until you try it. But if you like feces in your penis hole tip, go for it. Just stay away from me.